Are you feeling a dreaded migraine coming on, or are you in the midst of it? Tap along with me right now for some instant relief. My name is Stephanie Wood. I'm an EFT tapping trainer and practitioner for more than 20 years, and I'm the creator of Ultra EFT, which stands for Understanding Life Through Realization and Awareness. And tapping along with this video, you agree to take full responsibility for your own emotional and physical well-being. Let's begin by tuning into that yucky migraine headache. And I know all about migraines. So let's do some work on this. It may be helpful to grab a paper to jot some notes or to open up a doc on your phone or computer. I'm going to ask you to tune in, close your eyes or soften your gaze, and notice exactly where that headache is. What's the location? Is it in the front, the back of your head? Is it around your temples, occipital? Where is that headache? Notice how big it is. Is it the size of a pea, just kind of penetrating? Is it a whole cloud? Where is it? What's the size of it? Does it have a color? How would you describe the quality of the pain? Is it a throbbing? Is it an ache? How is it at this moment? And on a scale from 0 to 10, what's the intensity right now? 0 is no headache at all. 10 is a pretty bad migraine. And finally, how do you feel about that migraine? Do you feel irritated, frustrated? Do you feel resigned, sad? What's your emotion about the headache? And just note all that down. And we're going to reassess. As we're tapping, you can change the words so that they suit your particular situation. If you're new to tapping, just tap along and repeat the phrases after me. If the tapping is too fast or too slow, adjust it so that it works for you. If any of the points that you tap on hurt, don't tap on that point. Just hold it, touch it, take a breath while you're on that point. So let's begin by tapping on the side of your hand. And repeat after me, even though I have this migraine and it's really bothering me. That's what's happening, even if I don't like it. And I don't like it. I really don't like it. Even though I feel this migraine in my, and just name exactly where it is. And it feels, and just name the quality, whether it's a throbbing, aching, whatever that quality is. That's what's showing up, and I'd love to be free of it. Even though I feel, just name how you feel about the headache. I acknowledge this pain and how it's affecting me. Top of the head, this headache. Inside of the eyebrow, this migraine headache. Side of the eye. And just name how you feel about it. I feel frustrated. Under the eye. And I feel it in my, just name the exact place. Under the nose. And it feels just achy, throbby, whatever that quality is. And the chin, this stupid migraine. Collarbone, I really wish I didn't have it. Under the arm, all this pain. And the wrist that I'm holding in my body and in my head. Top of the head. I deeply acknowledge this migraine pain. Inside of the eyebrow, and all of the stressors to my body right now. Side of the eye, all the pressure under the eye, all the tension under the nose, all the ways it's showing up in my body and my muscles and my cells. Chin. This migraine, collarbone showing up in my, name the place, under the arm, and I feel, how do you feel about it? And the wrist, this painful headache. Okay, shake that off, take a breath. And that's our first round of tapping. I also want to add that tapping along with this or any other tapping video is definitely not a substitute for seeing a qualified EFT practitioner like myself, and also not a substitute for learning how to tap properly, which you don't do by reading books and by tapping along with videos. So be sure to see a professional medical provider or a doctor if you suffer from chronic migraines or if this headache is different in any way at this moment. So let's get back to some tapping. Tapping on the side of your hand, even though I still have this migraine, and I don't know how tapping is going to work for this. Maybe I've tried it before, it didn't work. I don't know. But the migraine is what's happening right now. And maybe I'm okay behind all of this. Even though this headache is still hanging around, or maybe it's just starting, wherever you're at with the headache, I'm open to seeing what this might be trying to show me. Even though I'm still feeling this headache in my name that place, that's what's there. And I'm open, like really open to feeling better. Like I'm so open to feeling better. Tapping on the top of the head. This remaining migraine. Inside of the eyebrow, I acknowledge the pain. Side of the eye, and I feel it in my name that place. Specifically, under the eye, and it feels, and describe the quality, achy, throbby, shooting pain. Under the nose, I may or may not know what's causing this. Chin, and that's okay. Collarbone, maybe it's trying to show me something. Or maybe not. Under the arm, maybe there's something bothering me that I don't even know about. And the wrist, all the ways my body is bothered by something. Top of the head, I wonder if my body's trying to tell me something. Inside of the eyebrow, what if I could release some of this pressure? Side of the eye. What if I could release some of this tension? Under the eye. Everything in me that's feeling pressure or pain. Under the nose, all the parts of me that need a break from life. Chin. I acknowledge it all. Collarbone. It's safe for me to see it now. Under the arm. Maybe my body doesn't need to yell at me for me to get the message, if there is one. And the wrist. I'm open to letting more and more of this migraine go right now. Okay, take a breath, shake that out. And now we're going to check in again. If you want to close your eyes or just soften your gaze. And again, notice where the headache is now. Has it changed locations? This sometimes happens when we're tapping. Actually, it often happens. Notice if it's the same size and shape as when you began. What color is it now? What's the quality? Is it still an ache or throb, or has it shifted? On a scale from 0 to 10, what's your rating at this moment? And how are you feeling about it? Any different? Same? Just notice all that. You can jot it down if you'd like. And I also want to ask you, why do you think you do have this migraine? Do you have an awareness of that? Has anything occurred to you as you've been tapping? During this tapping process, you may have an insight or aha about the causes, contributors, about how you might treat it. Anything can really happen, especially with tapping Don't be surprised when this happens. So now we're going to do something called the clarity pose, which looks a little odd and it's a different type of process, but it can be extremely helpful with these kind of headaches. So when I'm doing this, you don't need to repeat the words after me. I'm going to speak really quickly. You don't need to catch it all. The process does what it needs to do as we're holding it. And all it is making an electrical connection between the front and back of your head. So you're cradling the occipital in the back with your thumb at the top of your neck. And the front, there are 3 points just above your tear ducts and about a centimeter above the midpoint between your eyebrows. You can hold it like this or like this. You just touch. You don't need to press hard. If your arms get tired as you're doing this, you can lean, because I'll be holding it for a bit and then we'll switch arms. Okay, so now hold the pose and set an intention to rebalance and align any allergen, pathogen, or microorganism that's causing or contributing to this migraine. And your RNA, DNA, all your brain chemistry, neurotransmitters, and all the triggers known and unknown that are involved with this particular migraine. Just notice all of it. You don't need to do anything about it. You don't need to repeat this after me. Delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy it all across all time, space, dimensions, and realities, across all ancestral fields, all morphic fields, all the ways that this is a pathway in my system, all the purposes it's serving, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Any parts of me that have gotten something from this on any level in any way, delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. I ask the superconscious, would you be willing to treat all of the parts and pieces of this in any way, shape, or form? Delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. What would happen if I could be completely free of these migraines? Who would I be without this? Delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Everything this is in my system, all the causes, all the triggers, I acknowledge them all. Anything that is, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. All the origins of this are clearing now. Delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Take a breath, shake that off. We're going to switch hands. So just tune into the migraines again. Any causal or contributing factors, any emotional contributors, including pent-up emotions, anything emotional that has anything to do with these migraines. I acknowledge them all. Delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy it all across all time, space, dimensions, realities, across all ancestral fields. All the roots of this, the origins, all the emotional pieces, any decisions I made about myself or life or my body, delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Any of the ways this is no longer serving me, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Any of the ways I don't know how to get rid of this. Any of the ways I feel trapped by this, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all this. Delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate. Any of this that's ancestral, any of this I'm carrying of somebody else, any of the ways that I take in energy and I haven't figured out how to shake it off, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, destroy it all. Any of the parts of me that need to hold on to this for any reason, any way, shape, or form, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Any parts of me that might be unwilling to let this go, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Any of the parts of me that are irritable, anything that's bothering me, that's pent up, delete, uncreate, illuminate, destroy all that. Delete, 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 uncreate, illuminate, and take a breath, shake that off. And if you yawn, that's a good signifier that something has cleared, or sighing. Perfect. So sometimes this particular technique needs a day or two to fully percolate in your system. So I also suggest with migraines to come back to this part of the video and repeat this for 4 days or more, this particular process. Drink water after, and if possible, rest after you've done this. So also, if you'd like some further support for these kinds of migraine headaches, be sure to check out my free EFT tapping for headache relief workbook. The link is underneath this. So we're going to do one more round on all the residual stuff. So we're going to return to some regular tapping now, focusing on the emotional contributors to this migraine. Tapping on the side of your hand, even though I may have some emotional contributors to this headache, or maybe not, probably. I'm acknowledging it all now, even if I don't know what they may be. Even though I may be carrying old stress, old tension, old pressures, it's okay for me to honor that my body does this from time to time. Even though I may have some pent-up anger or other emotions that I'm not even aware of that may be contributing to these migraines or this one. That is simply what's happening now. Beautiful tapping on the top of the head, everything that's bugging me inside of the eyebrow. I deeply acknowledge it. Side of the eye, any of the ways I feel irritated or off. Under the eye, all the stuff I just can't accept about myself, others, or life. Under the nose, all the stuff I just can't seem to let go of. And the chin, I notice it all now, consciously or unconsciously. Collarbone, any of the ways I'm fighting myself. Under the arm, or carrying on some inner fight from the past. And the wrist, I acknowledge it all. Top of the head, it's safe for me to become aware of it. Inside of the eyebrow, I honor and release any unresolved trauma that keeps us in place. Side of the eye, I don't have to know what it may be. Under the eye, and I choose to release anything and any of it that's no longer serving me. Yeah, get out of here. Right? Under the nose, everything causing or contributing to this migraine on any level. Chin and all the ways it's showing up right now. Collarbone, anything underlying this migraine. Under the arm, any weird benefits I may be getting from this. And the wrist, maybe I need to check out. Maybe I need a timeout. Top of the head, maybe I need to take a break. Inside of the eyebrow, all my patterns of stress buildup. Side of the eye, maybe this is my release valve. Under the eye, whatever it's trying to tell me. Under the nose, all the triggers. Chin, all the feelings about having migraines. Collarbone, everything this is keeping me from. Under the arm, all the emotions about this migraine. And the wrist, any fear about it lasting. Top of the head, I'm open to letting it all go. Inside of the eyebrow, who would I be if I could really let it all go? I don't know, free? Side of the eye, what might I feel like if I could shake it off? Probably awesome. Under the eye, I give myself permission to let it all go now. Under the nose, I give myself permission to release all of it. Chin, what if my head could feel clear and free? Okay. Take a breath, and I want you to close your eyes and ask yourself, would I be willing to let this go completely? And just notice if you get a yes or a no. If you get a no, that's fine. That's just information. And also check in to see if the migraine has anything left to tell you. Is there any message or information for you? Just notice that. And on a scale from 0 to 10, give it a rating if there's any left. And I hope that your intensity has gone down. So if you still have a headache at this point, I have a few suggestions. One is to tap along with this video again. Another is to drink a whole bunch of water, rest, and let the headache release over the next 15 to 30 minutes. With this kind of work, especially with the clarity pose, it takes some time to percolate through your system. If the headache still persists, be sure to check out my video on tips for chronic headaches. And again, if you have these chronic migraines, be sure to download the workbook that has a process for how you can get over that over 8 weeks. It's free. It's in the link below. And please subscribe to my channel. I have new videos coming out all the time. Comment below if you enjoyed this video. Give me a like if you liked it. And be sure to share it with friends. Thank you for watching and happy tapping.